Good morning, everybody, from Quincy, California, on a quintessential fall Quincy day. Upper 40s, overcast. We had rain overnight. I'm going to walk down this bike path to avoid the car noise. I've noticed that having car noise, even just sitting at the co-op and recording, was a lot of distractions with the car noise. You know, the product of an addicted culture, addicted to convenience and comfort and capitalism. All the addictions, the big three: convenience, consumption, capitalism. So I'm gonna walk down here, and I think all the blackberries have been picked or are out of season, but there's nice blackberry bushes over here on the bike path. I just got out of the gym. I invested in a 3-day pass because I think I'll be here 3 more days, maybe. No, there's still some ripening. There's going to be plenty to eat. I got my first shower in a week and a half, sauna, and a kombucha with a slice of cold pizza for breakfast. So I'm doing all right. I've lost some weight finally. I'm down to 184. And, excuse me, pardon me. Any good blackberries? Yeah, it's going to be a little chilly today. Oh, look, the whole path through the bushes there someone made. So if you come out with cardboard and leather gloves and like a thick shirt, you can get in there and really dig in and get some berries. Enough for a blackberry pie. And that's what the bears like. But the bears aren't in town. They're out at my camp. As I documented in the last video. I didn't take a video yesterday afternoon in town. I was a little busy trying to make sure I was safe, you know, and on every level. Had some money come through. Thank you. I had a contribution from a subscriber, Mr. Davis. God bless. Thank you. That's huge. I mean, if you have any idea, just a few bucks, the change in my whole demeanor and attitude, and just the fact that I can have some comfort, maybe a cup of coffee or, you know, a sandwich or a tin of sardines, you know, without having to steal anything or starve. It's huge. It's huge. I was actually $1.39 overdrawn when I got that notification that you sent a few bucks, and it's like just warmed my spirit. So thank you. I got to the point of tears. I'm not kidding. And then my father sent me a little bit. I got to find some work. I have to. Something's got to give. But as I'm navigating through this scenario and my situation, my bottleneck event in my life, again, kind of like Jonah, and I feel like I'm in the belly of the whale. I mean, the whale is capitalism. That's the belly of the whale that we're all in right now. Late stage capitalism. I have to get through this. And my dad sent a few bucks, and then this morning, my spiritual mom, my adopted spiritual mom, Alice, I love you. Thank you. She sent me $25. So I got a pizza last night. I just went in and plopped down, and right before they were closing, I said, and they closed at 7 o'clock. Like, hard to anticipate. Hard to be ready for that morning. Nice. It's also gravel bike. Cruising along, cruising. Oh, I'm in the way now. Look out. See, again, I'm trying to get away from the cars and the aggression. I just can't seem to. It's not easy. It's not easy to get away from in this time. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's about 8:30. I had a nice shower. I had a nice sauna. Really tired this morning. Well, there's good reason I'm tired this morning. I slept in a ditch last night. It was the third time I slept there. I mean, so, Officer White, if you're watching, I didn't go to camp yesterday afternoon. It was too wet to ride out there. And, it takes a lot of energy. I don't think anyone really considers that. The amount of effort, and I've talked about this before, but the amount of effort, the immense amount of effort that it takes to survive without bowing the knee, the physical strength it requires, the commitment to an ideology, to an ideal, to to wisdom, to honesty, to truth in my inmost being. I feel so good. Oh my gosh. That's as nice as the sauna, just a little sunshine. I remember when I was homeless in Albuquerque during COVID over the winter, from Thanksgiving to Valentine's Day that winter. Every morning I would sit, I knew where the sun hit first on Central Avenue. And at 7 a.m. on the dot, I'd be sitting there waiting for that sun because the nights were long and they were cold. Albuquerque's bitterly cold. I remember one night walking, picked up a rock because river rocks carry your burdens, and I was holding it in my hand. And it was like 5 a.m. I couldn't sleep because I was freezing to death. I was literally freezing to death. And I knew it. I think, oh, this is not good. I think it was like 16 degrees and I didn't have a sleeping bag. So I was walking, and I spit on the rock out of habit. And by the time I crossed the street, the spit was frozen. I'm like, what's that movie? It's like that movie, Dennis Quaid and Caveman. he's in a nearby ice age. He goes, takes a leak, and it goes clink, 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 clink. That's what it was like. That's exactly what it reminded me of, and it made me laugh, and the laughter kept me alive. And the laughter does keep us alive, so it is the best medicine. Again, me on a rambling, meandering tour, a saunter. This is a saunter. I am sauntering now. I didn't get the gateway. I got to do that again. The gateway to the... See, here they go. PG&E. Large vehicles making loud noises, doing important capitalist things. Yes, employing the masses. Must do things. Must do a lot of things. All the time. You can't not do things. Why would you do that? Why would you do not things? Don't just do something, stand there, It's actually much harder than it sounds. So I mean, maybe this will turn into a comedy website. Maybe I'll turn into a stand-up comic. It's possible. I mean, I'm getting the look down, Losing my hair. Got a ponytail. I'm starting to look like Carlin. It's going for the Alan Watts, but I think I'm getting the Carlin going. And I have a lot of his attitudes, It's a big club and you ain't in it. Let's turn the golf courses into homeless encampments, And that's not far, actually, from what I'm doing. It's not far-fetched. It's actually along the same line of reasoning. There are millions and millions and millions, to quote Carl Sagan, or I think it's billions and billions, millions and millions and millions of acres of uninhabited, pristine forest land here. This is the Lost Sierra. I came here on purpose in '93. I chose this place as a child. First place after high school. My brother had gone to Lake Tahoe Community College. I spent a summer with him in South Lake Tahoe, and I got the idea. Me and my best friend Jason Castaneda, haven't talked to him for years, but we came here to Quincy together on the advice of our cross-country coach and guidance counselor, Dave Schultz. Really good man. He was a good coach and a good teacher, a good mentor, and he gave us a VHS tape of Feather River College back in 1993. We came and visited. Actually, we came in '92 for a fall visit to see what it was like, and I fell in love with it. Jason was good enough for him, and we joined the recreation leadership program under John Gallagher back in the day. And I'm a FRC alum from 1995, so I am a golden eagle. Seems fitting. Here's all the birds and sparrows. All these facilities out here. I don't even know what these things are. Some kind of pump house, powerhouse. There's a large well. So there's a generator, diesel generator, in case the power goes out. That's cool. That's the first thing I noticed about Quincy, actually, coming up the canyon, was the large power works on the Feather River, the dams and whatnot, and that it wasn't as high an elevation as I had hoped. When I came here, I came here to train to be another world champion again, continue that, and to become a professional athlete. And I was hoping it was like 6,000 feet, like Tahoe. It was only 3,500, and I was super disappointed. I remember that very clearly. Super disappointed that Quincy was only 3,500 feet. I'm like, I hope the last 7 miles are uphill because we're only at 3,000 feet. I was pissed, but still did it. Went to FRC. Backpacking and survival. I was a teacher's aide for backpacking and survival, for high angle rescue techniques, for rock climbing 101, for whitewater rafting 101, all the important classes. So I'm coming up on breakfast bush here, actually. Call this breakfast bush. It's my blackberry acre here along the fence. Let me see. Still filming? 10 minutes. Okay. How's the steady cam? Am I doing good? I need a gimbal. I need a thing. I need a GoPro. What all that shit. Which I'll get in time. It's just the channel's got to take off first, or I think. I need enough subscribers to go to monetize and enough watches, enough hours watch time. There's some up here. I've picked all the low ones. I need a step stool. I have some good ones in there. But I got a handful of still over half a pizza from Round Table. So why do I need blackberries? Well, because they're good. Because I like them. Tasty treat. They're good with yogurt. A little yogurt and honey, or some agave, maybe some cinnamon. Ooh, a little ground nutmeg with the blackberries. Maybe make a shake. Morning. All right. I'll grab a couple here. Yeah, some ripens right there. Careful. I don't want to rip my Gore-Tex jacket. All right. One good berry. 80% ripe. But still good. It's interesting, I'm just walking around. I know, it's not normal to be filming yourself walking around. I come off like a douchebag, like anybody else who's walking around filming themselves. But I just got a sideways glance. Sideways glancers. Sideways glancing. Sideways glancers. Big name for a band. Sideways glancers. Or at least a song. Yeah, I looked at askance. It's not important. It's just, you have to shut that stuff up. Or shut it out of your mind. Don't pay attention. Pay no mind to the man behind the curtain. Yeah. I think that was the best berry on this bush right now. Without getting a step stool and some leather gloves and such. But it was tasty. So yeah, the bike path in Quincy on the way to Radio Hill. I used to, when I was back in my running form, and 158 pounds, and I could run a 10K in 35 minutes, which is good but not great, Very, very good, not great. I'd like to get back to that point, but I'm, 25 pounds away. But I would, warm up at the gym, and then I'd run down this up Radio Hill, up the pole line, because it's about like a 40% grade for like a half mile, and straight up. Hands and knees, basically, climbing and going as fast as I can. I can't remember my exact time, but it was under 10 minutes from the gym to the top, which is pretty good. I think 9.5 minutes. A long time ago. Not bragging, just, remembering. Memories like the corners of my mind. So this meandering little tour of Quincy, I'm mostly, at the moment, I know it's a bit of verbal diarrhea and a little bit of rambling, but I'm just kind of demonstrating how walkable and pleasant Quincy is. And it's such a shame that I've been made to feel unwelcome here. It's such a shame because I love this place. It really is just a shame. Okay, the crows and the Stellar's days are super annoying. Your song sucks, right? Just kidding. Imagine doing that all your life, forever. Just making that noise over and over and over, and you can't say anything else. What a life. And you're rude. You're just rude. So that's what's up. I'm having a good morning. I gotta stay warm and dry somehow. My stuff is wrapped up in a tarp. I have a tent, sleeping bag and tarp, basically in a ditch, mostly in a bush. And I got a little wet, even though I was burritoed up in the tarp last night. And under my head, I could hear the gophers gophering. It's like, what's up, guys? Just leave me alone, please. Just don't gopher through my head. And don't get my pizza, please. But other than that, it's all good. No problems. Good morning. Good day for a run. So it's just, I guess that's kind of like my spirit animal. It's kind of like a gopher. I mean, a lot of people it's raccoon or hummingbird or whatever. I'm like a gopher. Kind of a mole. I'm a plant, I dig in. I dig into a community. I dig into the heart of a town, and I mull my way through and find the problems and create a labyrinth of, provisions and safety and warmth and comfort and happiness and music, and just spread out from the inside out. Like a rumor weed, but not a weed, a good thing. Like a babbling brook, not a Babylon brook. Yeah. So that's what's up. I'm a little sleepy still. I woke up right at 6. I did go to bed early, like before 9. Bed. I say that facetiously. Bed. Just on the bare ground on top of a tarp. I love that I'm strong enough to do that. I love that I can handle it. I love that I'm prepared for whatever may come and that I'm leading the way. I love who I am and what I'm doing. I love you and I love this life. We're going to get there. We're going to make it. It's all going to be good. It's all going to be just fine. No te preocupes. Todo está bien. Todo está bien. Estamos aquí caminando juntos. Hasta la próxima. Hasta la próxima. Viajamos allá. ¿Dónde? Allá. ¿Y por qué? Porque queremos hacerlo juntos. Estamos bien. Estamos bien. A mí me gusta. A mí me gusta. Me encanta mi vida. Me encanta la vida. Living la vida loca. Oh, I wanted to show, before I quit this video, or in this video, you kind of get an idea how long this bike path is. It goes from the, basically from the gym, or from Gold Pan Hotel to the high school. So here at Quincy High School has a learning landscape. No bikes, no dogs allowed, but there's an outdoor classroom here. I do like this quite a bit. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Which is the vision, one of my visions of Camp Solomon is an outdoor classroom. And it will be. The opposition that I knew was coming, I knew I was picking a fight on purpose, somewhat. You never can quite anticipate the powers of darkness, the forces of evil, and the bozo nightmare, all that. It's like, I wish no ill will upon others, including Officer White, though they have made me extremely uncomfortable and have piled heaps of fines upon me. Heaps and heaps of fines. Now I'm getting some rain, so probably should either stand under a tree or get out of the rain or get to Safeway where there's cover and shelter for the day. Somewhere. I have a tent. There's no, though there are millions and millions of acres all around of forested land, uninhabited, there's nowhere for me to put up the tent. But within walking distance. Well, it's walking distance. Everything's walking distance if you have the time, as Stephen Wright would say, including the Pacific Crest Trail hikers who are very well aware of this. Everything's in walking distance if you have the time. But it's a matter of calculated effort. Risk reward, return on investment, ROI. What is the ROI of the situation currently? What is my ROI here? What is the return on my investment? Tristan gave me a tent. I would like to set it up and hang out inside and be out of the rain. That would be nice. The tent's under my tarp, staying dry. The tarp's under the bush in the drainage ditch with the gophers. And that's where I slept. So, I'm not against creature comforts, as long as they don't require me to bow the knee to Baal, or to Babylon, or to the idols of convenience, and the wicked, the bullshit. I'm not going to bow my knee to bullshit. Never bow my knee. I'm still at risk of being arrested for my things existing on National Forest land now. I'm going to stop here. Shelter. Take shelter. My things exist. Oh, nice. New spot. Okay. That. Can you see that? No, you can't really. Good sleeping spot if I absolutely needed to, but it's out in this rain. Maybe over here, under the roof. I'm just gonna take a minute here and finish up this video. Still have plenty of pizza, enough for the whole day actually, enough to share with friends even. There's an idea. When you have plenty, share. there's a really good idea. You know, it's one of those things of like, freely it has been given unto you, freely give. I'm here in the juniper. I love juniper. I love the smell. It's very clean. I grew up in juniper. In the front yard, this whole corner is juniper. So I like this here. I might actually set up my tarp over here tonight after dark. They'll be out of the rain and not in the drainage ditch. I'm always looking, always studying. I mean, eventually I'll have my TV show of urban survival with Mark Caparelli. Not Bear Grylls, not Man versus Wild. This is Man versus the American wild. The judgments and fears and paranoias and hatreds of the American landscape. And it's like, it's intense. It's really intense. It's intense. And hopefully I'll be intense tonight. At least one tent. And on that note, and with this visage and this viewpoint, I love it. God bless America. Over and out.